This video right here is about the ancient feminine energy and why it is the #1 callous being used against us in white supremacy, as well as why it is being suppressed through religion, as well as the media, as well as just a patrilineal system, period. Now, first we're going to start with religion, then we're going to make our way to the media and the patrilineal system. In religion, before there was religion, because a lot of people don't understand that there was once upon a time no such thing as religion. So for religion fanatics, know that your beliefs at one time wasn't even a thought in consciousness until the Caucasian created them and installed them on our brains. Now with that being said, religion such as, let's deal with what I did like to deal with the main two things that got black people captivated. We're going to say Christianity and Islam. When we look at Christianity, it teaches you that a woman was created from the rib of a man because man was alone. So subconsciously it teaches you that God only created woman to serve man, which is not true. Let alone woman created man. If you don't believe me, go watch my video titled The Adam and Eve Story is a Lie. I break down how women was here by themselves for a minimum of 400,000 years on the planet, as well as how they impregnated themselves through parthenogenesis. Now stand on point. Not only does it teach you in Christianity that women were created due to man's boredom, but to serve man, which is not true. But it also teaches you to identify with the Creator as a man. So it tells you that in order to have a covenant with God, you have to be a man. It says that Jesus was a man. Even though we know Jesus never existed, even if he did exist, where is the significant female energy, the prophetess, all of our prophetesses, all of our empresses in history who played divine roles as well. So with that being said, Christianity teaches you that the covenant with God has to be through his son, which is a man, which is not true. It's a female. The universe is a giant feminine energy. You feel me? Everything starts off as female before it starts off as male. So with that being said, in order to reestablish a covenant with the Creator, whether you call it God or Allah, you have to do it through the woman. You have to do it through the womb, and I'm going to prove this point in a minute. Now, Christianity crushed. We know that that the Caucasian Justinian, during his rule, implemented certain laws, literally where he banned and made it illegal for Africans to practice any of our Kemetic sciences or African sciences. And he forced Christianity on us. Now, we know that the Caucasian has forced, nobody on this planet Earth has willingly accepted Christianity in history. It was always forced, no matter where they landed. They even tried to go to China and force it, and China burnt down all the churches and killed all the pastors and told them Caucasians, get y'all ass out of here. If it wasn't for that, everybody in China would be believing in the white Jesus Christ too. So everybody in Africa, North America, South America, Central America, Puerto Rico, everywhere where there's Christianity, it was forced by the Caucasian. Now why is this important? Because the Caucasian disrupted our relationship that we have with our black woman, because we understand that it was through our black woman that we reconnected with the Creator. Even sex, there's no feeling on the planet better than an orgasm with your black woman, because that is the physical manifestation of pleasure and union with the Creator. If you can feel the Creator physically, that is how you feel them physically. Then there's other meditation that you do to access the Creator spiritually. But the point I'm trying to make is, without the black woman, you cannot channel that energy. And the Caucasian understood where our power came from. So when you want to talk about telekinesis, telepathy, and other special abilities, or enlightenment, or priesthood, or Buddhahood, this can only be obtained through unlocking the female energy. Because once you unlock the fourth chakra is the gateway, or the doorway, or the meridian, or the middle line to your higher self. Your higher self is activated by feminine energy. Your root chakra is your most powerful chakra. That is stimulated by feminine energy. If you don't believe me, how many of you men don't see a female and get aroused? That is, think about it. You have a muscle that's been flimly all day. Just the sight of a black goddess can make that joint stand up strong. Now, why is this important? Because this shows you that psychologically and biologically, and on a physical and spiritual plane and metaphysical plane, the black woman causes certain reactions in your body. In your DNA, in your genes, she causes certain reactions. Now, why is this important? Because if the Caucasian can disrupt your mental understanding of this, then you can't never access your divine power, which I'm finna get into in a minute. So Christianity was used to not only suppress the power of the black man, but knowing where our powerful source came, which was our black woman. When we speak about raising kundalini and doing things like that, the black woman is needed for this. She is the number one source of this. She is needed to raise our kundalini energy. Women are stimulators of man and masculinity. The more masculine, the more the black woman submits to the black man in a positive and righteous manner, not like be my slave, but the more we have a harmonious relationship, it makes you feel masculine. When you see a man with 2-3 women, he feels masculine. Even when you playing basketball, you might have been playing. Some girls come sit on the bleachers, now you crossing, now you dunking, now you laying it up, you playing football, you wasn't even really playing. Some girls walked up to the field, now you trying to run motherfuckers over, you one hand mossing fools, you turn it up. Because women activate that energy in you that's needed for man to achieve godhood. And Christianity suppresses that because they teach you the woman is null and void, but nothing but for sex. As well as it takes us away from our rituals and meditations that we do with the woman, because Christianity deems it as evil, such as tantric yoga. Tantric yoga is not having sex, but using sex as a means to raise the kundalini energy. If y'all don't know what tantric yoga is, look into it. Now, you try tantric yoga, what the average religious person, they gonna tell you is some devil worship or some voodoo, but it's not. It's just raising that kundalini energy. The black woman is the gateway to the creator because she is the physical manifestation of the creator. She is basically the creator when the creator first became a human. She's the first humanoid, which I broke down in my other video, Solar Existence. Now, with that being said, Christianity first came and suppressed the African people. And then after that in the Middle East, because we just like to deal with Africa, we don't like to deal with the Middle East. Mecca, Afghanistan, Iran, Syria. You have over there what is called a pre-Islamic period, which people keep saying Islam been around for you. No, the fuck it was not. Islam is just like Christianity, created and forced on people. Actually, the Quran, if you go watch my video I titled Islam, I break down where Islam comes from. So without staying on that too much, in the pre-Islamic period, they didn't worship Allah. They worshipped Allat. A-L-L-A-T. And Allat was a goddess. They worshipped a feminine energy in the pre-Islamic period. And then when Muhammad came over there, and them Caucasians came over there and forced Islam on them people, they took away the ancient female energy again and changed Allat to Allah and forced the male presence. Just like in Kemet, we had Mayat, we had Aset. And now they took that and turned that. They turned Aset and Horu into Jesus Christ and Father God, the Holy Trinity. They took Osiris, Isis, and Horus and turned that into God, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. They destroyed the ancient feminine connection. They have completely taken her out of the picture. Now, why is this important? Because this lowers your chakra. This lowers your frequency. So how can we, as black men, fully be masculine and get back to the creator if we don't do it through our black women? We can't. The Caucasian understands this science, and this is the main point of white supremacy. So now that he's used religion to suppress us, now he teaches us in the media, oh, black woman ain't shit. Be on this video half naked. Oh, yeah. Instead of worship. And when I say worship, don't think we talking about kissing feet and all of that, because I understand the black woman is God, but ain't nobody going to talk to me crazy. Nobody's going to disrespect me because I'm not going to do that to anybody. So let's not be irrational when I say worship. Let's be understanding rank. You know what I'm saying? Understanding value. You don't worship your grandma, but you understand my grandma's old. She's been here for a minute. I should have a certain amount of respect. Same thing with your black woman. This is the gateway to the creator. We should treat her as such, as the representative of the creator. So with that being said, through the media, they teach us to directly disrespect our creator. We sexually display her for every other race to see in our videos. We talk crazy about her. They teach us that in order to be masculine, instead of having 2-3 wives that you build and teach them martial arts and teach them how to be warriorettes and build an empire with, they teaches you a man if you could smack them and disrespect them, throw drinks in their face, violate them, act like these clown ass, lame ass niggas on Love and Hip Hop who is straight lames, and they teach you that that's the way to masculinity when it's not. So they have perverted our connection with the creator, not only through religion but through media. And when we want to talk about the black man restoring his power, we can't never do that if we don't actually respect and love our black woman, because that is our number one source of energy. Like I said, even the black woman's presence gives you a certain form of motivation. Now let me tell you how subconsciously and psychologically you are craving this power, because everything you do is for a black woman. You don't brush your teeth because not just because you want your breath to smell good, but because you know potentially you might run into a female on that today. You don't just get dressed and get fly because you just only like to be fly. You do this because you know it attracts females. Everything you do is trying to attract female energy. Even the car you drive. If you knew females like the busted, broken down, hoopty with hubcaps on it, you would drive it. But you know that most of them are attracted to expensive cars because they're indoctrinated. So you want the expensive car because you want to attract the female energy. The point I'm trying to make is every single thing you do, down to even the type of music you enjoy, is to attract the type of female energy you're looking for. Everything you do as a black man is trying to attract female energy. We subconsciously are craving this energy because it was taken from us thousands of years ago, and we still refuse to get it back because we want to be Negroes. So the point I'm trying to make is the only way to the creator is the ancient feminine energy, and that is our power. That is what we use to raise our Kundalini energy up. And this is also comes within the form of our relationships, which I'm finna do a video called Why Black Relationships Fail Part 4. I'll break this down, how we need to reestablish a proper relationship in order to start harmoniously interacting with each other again in a harmonious manner. So religion was used to suppress the female energy. That is why it's always a man. Now the last one I'm trying to make is, if you outside of religion, then you still fall victim to the patrilineal system. Because the patrilineal system is a system where the man leads, man first. See, Africans, we live according to a matrilineal system where the woman leads, because we understand we get our source of power from the woman. So now that we live under a patriarch or a patrilineal system, aka Western civilization, anything ran by the Caucasian, even our very way of life and everything that we see and the propaganda we experience is suppressing the female energy. Why? Because even songs like It's a Man's World, everything you do is man. Every president was a man. Even though this is not my country, I can give a damn about the president. Just showing you what's going on around you. The Caucasians understanding he has no value for women. And he can't access the God frequency anyway, but he knows we can. So now he has implemented his non-value on the woman and forced it on us. So now that we grow up in this system to where our minds are operating off a program that we don't value the woman. When we ignorant to the fact that we ain't gonna even get our divine strength unless it's from a woman. Feel me? If we actually get back in tune with our women, black man, think about it. Do you know how much harder we gonna go? If everything you did was motivated by a female, it would be done miraculous. It would be done immaculately. It would be done perfectly. Because it's a different type of energy. If I was fighting you and we was just fighting because we don't like each other, then you wouldn't fight me as hard as if you was fighting me to save your wife or to save your kids. They pull out a different strength. Women pull out a different energy. The black woman is our source. It's like, if you a fish, water is your source of energy. If you a black man, that black woman is your source of energy. If we can reestablish an environment that is set up to where everything is done for the black woman, then without being egotistical and having a Caucasian misunderstanding of, I'm not kissing no black woman. It's not about that. It's about understanding where your strength come from. And we're not talking about black women who are mentally, I'm not talking about Condoleezza Rice. She's gone. I'm not talking about her. We're talking about goddesses who know who they are. So understand, even when you deny this because you putting somebody in place who you want. I'm not saying set up a motherfucking environment to where we going higher for Nicki Minaj. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying set up an environment where we going higher for Trina. No, or Lil Kim. I'm talking about goddesses who know who they are, who are worthy of the throne because they exert that every day within their demeanor. I'm not talking about people who sold out in fucking Halle Berry and letting all these white men violate her on TV. I'm not talking about that. So let's actually refresh our minds with goddesses who I'm talking about and not get back on point. If we actually set up a community or just some type of programming to where everything we do is goddess motivated, do you know how powerful we will be again? Okay, if we fighting a war and we fighting just to be fighting, then even if you turn up, do you know how much extra strength you're going to have if you was fighting and on the back of your mind is my wife and my kids and my sisters and my grandmothers is on the line if I lose this war? It's another energy that's resurrected. So everything we do, if we can make the black woman give her back her throne and make her rooted, it gives us a whole nother motherfucking power outlet. And we get right back in tune with the creator. So when we start talking about, like I said, psychic abilities and getting back to our true priesthood, that's not happening until you open up that heart chakra. And guess what open up that heart chakra? Love. And guess who's the main lover? The black woman, the yang aspect of yourself, the left hemisphere of your body, the feminine energy. You can't unlock that until you get back in tune with your left hemispherical self, the black woman. So, even when you look at the XY chromosome, the X is on the left, the Y is on the right, the man is right, positive energy, the X is on the left, negative energy, feminine energy. Your negative half of your body is feminine energy, yang. The right is yin, male energy. The 13th vertebrae commutes feminine energy. So until we get back in tune with the feminine energy and allow it to dictate us in a positive way, and I'm not saying be a homosexual and start acting like a female, because that's irrational, and that would mean that you are not playing your part. We need a masculine, strong, masculine presence. We need man. Now, we don't need over masculine and you just think you're going to be a tyrant and be eternal. We ain't talking about that. But we talking about king status and royalty. A mature mind and spirit understands exactly what I'm talking about. And the point I'm trying to make is, we are actually never going to achieve our true godhood on a spiritual, metaphysical, or physical level until we put that black woman back on that throne. So with that being said, y'all, tap back into the ancient feminine frequency. Put that black woman back on her throne. And accept your royalty, accept your godhood, black man. We are, the black woman is God and we are sons of God. The world is ours. All we got to do is claim it. And with that being said, peace. Landed. They even tried to go to China and force it, and China burnt down all the churches and killed all the pastors and told them Caucasians, get y'all ass out of here. If it wasn't for that, everybody in China would be believing in the white Jesus Christ too. So everybody in Africa, North America, South America, Central America, Puerto Rico, everywhere where there's Christianity, it was forced by the Caucasian. Now why is this important? Because the Caucasian disrupted our relationship that we have with our black woman, because we understand that it was through our black woman that we reconnected with the creator. Even sex, there's no feeling on the planet better than an orgasm with your black woman, because that is the physical manifestation of pleasure and union with the creator. If you can feel the creator physically, that is how you feel them physically. Then there's other meditation that you do to access the creator spiritually. But the point I'm trying to make is, without the black woman, you cannot channel that energy. And the Caucasian understood where our power came from. So when you want to talk about telekinesis, telepathy, and other special abilities, or enlightenment, or priesthood, or Buddhahood, this can only be obtained through unlocking the female energy. Because once you unlock the fourth chakra is the gateway, or the doorway, or the meridian, or the middle line to your higher self. Your higher self is activated by feminine energy. Your root chakra is your most powerful chakra. That is stimulated by feminine energy. If you don't believe me, how many of you men don't see a female? Christianity, that women were created due to man's boredom, but to serve man, which is not true. But it also teaches you to identify with the creator as a man. So it tells you that in order to have a covenant with God, you have to be a man. It says that Jesus was a man. Even though we know Jesus never existed, even if he did exist, where is the significant female energy, the prophetess, all of our prophetesses, all of our empresses in history who played divine roles as well. So with that being said, Christianity teaches you that the covenant with God has to be through his son, which is a man, which is not true. It's a female. The universe is a giant feminine energy. You feel me? Everything starts off as female before it starts off as male. So with that being said, in order to reestablish a covenant with the creator, whether you call it God or Allah, you have to do it through the woman. You have to do it through the womb, and I'm going to prove this point in a minute. Now, Christianity crushed. We know that that the Caucasian Justinian, during his rule, implemented certain laws, literally, where he banned and made it illegal for Africans to practice any of our Kemetic sciences or African sciences, and he forced Christianity on us. Now we know that the Caucasians have forced, nobody on this planet Earth has willingly accepted Christianity.